I know I say I'm mean, but like, I'm not that mean, Jet. I can't say that. Okay? Okay? That's really mean. Alright. We've made it to the ship. We're gonna save.
Commander, something you need?
Ship status report.
How's the Normandy performing? Is she everything they said she'd be?
She's the best ship in the fleet. If you've got a pilot who knows how to handle her. Balance isn't what you'd expect. Takes a while to get used to that oversized drive core we got stuffed in the back, and her power can sneak up on you if you're not careful. The Normandy's probably too much ship for your average Alliance pilot, Commander. Lucky for you, I'm anything but average.
He's anything but average. The eyes. Look at the way she's looking at him, though. Look at it. Look at it. She's like, I will laser a hole through your brain. Oh, that's what those eyes are saying.
I like to know my crew. Mind if I ask you a few questions?
I can see where this is going. You did a background check on me, didn't you? Well, I'll tell you the same thing I told the captain. You want me as your pilot. I'm not good. I'm not even great. I am the best damn helmsman in the Alliance fleet.
Okay.
Top of my class in flight school, I earned that. All those commendations in my file, I earned every single one. Those weren't given to me as charity for my disease.
I'm gonna hit him with the what disease line as if I didn't know.
What are you talking about? Are you sick?
You mean you didn't know?
Got him.
Oh, crap. Okay, I've got Vrolich syndrome, brittle bone disease. The bones in my legs never develop properly. They're basically hollow, too much force and they'll shatter. Even with crutches and my leg braces, it's hard to get around. One wrong step and crack! It's very dramatic, but I've learned to manage my condition, Commander. Put the Normandy in my hands and I'll make her dance for you. Just don't ask me to get up and dance unless, you like the sound of snapping shin bones.
Well, I mean, that's fair. We'll just get you some new Geth legs. I'm sure they have spares. Won't be a problem.
Why does everyone call you Joker?
It's a lot shorter than saying Alliance Flight Lieutenant Jeff Moreau. Plus, I love to make little children laugh.
Sure, bro.
I was just thinking how much you remind me of Santa Claus.
Look, I didn't pick the name. One of the instructors in flight school used to bug me about never smiling. She started calling me Joker, and it stuck.
Why didn't you ever smile?
Hey, I worked my ass off in flight school, Commander. The world's not gonna hand you anything if you go around grinning like an idiot. By the end of the year, I was the best pilot in the academy, even better than the instructors, and everybody knew it. They'd all got their asses kicked by the sickly kid with the creaky little legs. One guess who was smiling at graduation?
I think he was smiling. I think he had a big ol' smile.
I need to know more about this Vrolich syndrome if I'm putting my ship in your hands.
No,
Yeah, of
it's
course
fine.
you do. It's an extremely rare condition. Nobody knows exactly what causes it. Genetic, maybe. It's treatable, but there's no cure. They classify my case as moderate to severe.
Ooh.
I was born with over a dozen fractures, hip, thighs, ankles. My bones were already breaking in the womb. 100 years ago, I wouldn't have survived past my first year. Lucky for me, modern medical science has turned me into a productive member of society.
How do you do your job? Wow, that's prying.
You're not gonna break a bone trying to fly the ship, are you?
I don't fly with my feet, Commander.
Right,
So I'm
that's a
fine as long as I'm
stupid
in
question.
this chair. I gotta be real careful when I get up to take a piss, though. I can do my job as well as anyone on the ship. Better, actually. So don't worry about it.
I mean, you could fix that with a catheter? Yeah. I mean, you don't leave, then you never have to leave.
I have to go.
All right, see ya.
You can just live in that seat, right? Right? That's probably not healthy. No thanks? About the not leaving part? You'll break your legs every time? Right? Just like, where's the Omni gel? Just patch me up, doc. I'll be fine.
If anyone has to take over for Captain Anderson, I'm glad it's you. I'm not sure about having non-humans on our ship, though.
Okay, so we're gonna tone down on the overbearing dictator for the first little bit, right?
We're all on the same team here, Presley.
With all due respect, ma'am, that's what they said about Nihilus. Look how that turned out.
Okay, now I have to hit him with the "you doubt my decisions."
Speak freely, Presley. I want to know if you have a problem with non-humans.
Yeah, Presley.
It's not that, Commander. Humanity has always handled its own problems. Saren attacked one of our colonies. We should be the ones to stop him. We don't need their help.
No, we definitely need help. It's a Spectre with a robot AI army associating with an Asari matriarch that has more firepower than the whole Asari fleet. No, we need their help. Yeah.
Some people think asking for help is a sign of weakness. That's just being stupid and stubborn. No matter how strong you are, allies can make you stronger.
I guess so. Maybe I'm just stuck in the old ways of thinking. But don't worry, Commander. This won't be a problem.
Better not be a problem.
How did you end up assigned to the Normandy?
I signed up with the Alliance as a navigator right out of school, following in my grandfather's footsteps, I guess. My first posting was on the Agincourt. We were at Elysium during the Skillian Blitz. A massive fleet of alien raiders hit the colony, trying to wipe it out. They had the numbers, but their ships were no match for an Alliance frigate. It was a slaughter. We couldn't even keep track of how many ships they lost.
I mean, I do understand his thinking because, like, the whole time trying to get the rest of the Alliance to acknowledge, the rest of the Citadel and stuff to acknowledge that humans were actually worthwhile and can do stuff, they had to do all of that by themselves, right? They could only depend on themselves. So I do understand his line of thinking, just because he comes from, like, you know, when he served and when he first initially started serving, it was very much humans all by themselves sort of thing. So I get it.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, ma'am.
I get it. Is this my office now? Hold on. Yeah, and he totally sounded sincere that it's not going to be an issue. So we believe him until we don't. And then we'll deal with it then. Is everybody on break? You guys aren't even food. Where's your snacks? Where's your coffee? This is an awful snack break.
Anything you need, Commander?
Tactical appraisal? I don't know what that means in this term.
What's your opinion on the last mission?
Oh, she's
I
asking
don't
about
see
the
how we
last
could have done things
mission.
any better.
Okay.
At least not without getting to Eden Prime sooner. And we were on the scene faster than any other Alliance ship could have been.
Oh, okay. Oh, right. So you come over and ask him, so how did we do? Did we murder too many people? Did I have enough explosions? Okay, I understand.
Just trying to get a sense of where the crew's at. Thoughts?
I've wasted enough of your time for now, Commander. We'll have time for personal debriefings later.
No, I'm asking. Hello?
We'll talk another time, Lieutenant.
Okay.
Commander?
Okay. That's like asking for a report and the person's like, oh, sorry, you don't actually have enough time right now to read this report, so I'm gonna give you next week. And you're like, but I just asked for it. Can I open? Open. Sag. Nice. Now I get this double singles. What's this? Oh, the cryopod thingies, right? Hmm. That's where they shove you in when you need to be healed? I don't know. Or is that the quarantine pods? I can't remember. Hello, Doctor.
Yes, Commander? Is there something you need?
Kaden?
How well do you know the lieutenant?
I'd never worked with
Oh,
tends to keep to himself,
We already
though.
asked these
We should
questions.
go.
Goodbye, Commander.
Okay. Well, hopefully I never end up on that table. We already went through here. Cryopods. Was she really loud? They must have I think they have some sort of proximity audio in it as well. But like the audio levels are all over in this game right now. Like in one sentence they'll be super loud, and then like the following sentence it's very like quiet. So a little weird. Oh, what you guys doing down here?
Nice ship you got, Shepard. What can I do for you?
What's your story, Rex?
There's no story.
There's no story.
Go ask the Quarian if you want stories.
Yo.
You Krogans live for centuries. Don't tell me you haven't had a few interesting adventures.
Right?
Well, there was this one time the Turians almost wiped out our entire race. That was fun.
Buzzkill. Big deal. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I wonder what he will do if I say big deal.
Yeah, they tried the same with us, but we fought them off.
It's not the same.
It isn't.
It seems pretty much the same to me.
So your people were infected with a genetic mutation? An infection that makes only a few in 1,000 children survive birth? And I suppose it's destroying your entire species?
Nah, not exactly.
I suppose it isn't all the same.
I don't expect you to understand, but don't compare humanity's fate with the Krogan.
Touchy subject?
I was just making conversation. I wasn't trying to upset you.
Your ignorance doesn't upset me,
I just got
Shepard.
wrecked.
As for the Krogan, I gave up on them long ago.
So then why are you so mad?
The genophage infected us, but it's not what's killing us.
What can you tell me about the genophage?
Ask the Solarians if you want details. They made it. All I know, it makes breeding nearly impossible. Thousands die in stillbirth, and most never get that far. Every Krogan is infected. Every one. And no one's rushing to find a cure.
Well, you know, when you're militaristic, what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah. Anyways, when you like to go around and conquer other worlds, usually no one really wants to help you. Yeah.
Why don't the Krogan try to find a cure?
When was the last time you saw a Krogan scientist?
Case in point.
Ask a Krogan. Would he rather find a cure for the genophage or fight for credits? He'll choose fighting every time. It's just who we are, Shepard. I can't change that. Nobody can.
I wouldn't be too sure about that.
Are your people really dying?
We're sure not getting any stronger. We're too spread out. None of us are interested in staying in our own system.
So...
Lots of species have left their homes and prospered.
But they go to colonize new worlds. We're not settlers. We're warriors. We want to fight.
Oh, we're about to give you an enemy,
So we
don't
leave.
worry.
Hire ourselves out. And most of us never go back.
Wait, is the Star Ocean demo out? Oh, it's only available on PlayStation right now. Sorry guys, I got totally distracted by the Ocean notification. Yeah.
So long, Rex.
So long, Rex. Bye, Rex. Have a good day. Don't be so mad.
Shepard.
Rex?
I love it.
Shepard.
Rex?
Wait, why are we opening this right now? Oh, are we changing equipment? Oh, I see. Star Ocean, you say? Yes. I love the original, sorry, Star Ocean on Xbox 360? I think it was Xbox 360. Yeah. I 100%ed that game. It was a long game. Let's see, 120, 135 heatsink. I'm actually Banshee 144, 319, 170. Accuracy rating is 15. Oh, he can't wear that yet. Sniper rifle? Let's see. Let's equip that one for him. And we'll put armor piercing rounds. Oh, that was weird. And he can have the heat sink. I'll take the second one. Actually, wait. Heat absorption, never mind. Can I unequip that? No? You've only played one, but you want to play more? I heard the last one wasn't that good. I think it was the last one. Or there was a remake or something that came out. Accuracy rating. Shotgun. Oh no, we're gonna give that to the other guy. I only have 3,600 monies. Oh yeah, look at that. Okay, so they all have their own little locker. Mass Effect 3 was good, but a lot of people didn't like the ending. I would agree with that, Tractor. I actually didn't mind the ending that much.
Commander?
What's your opinion of the last mission?
I don't care about her
Kinda wish you'd
opinion.
got there sooner, Commander.
Yeah.
No offense, I appreciate the rescue. I just wish...
You wish we'd been able to save the rest of your unit.
Yes, ma'am. If I had been more alert, we wouldn't have been cut down by an ambush.
So then be more alert.
We never trained to fight synthetics. The Geth haven't gone beyond the Veil in 3 centuries.
Our training's supposed to make us able to adapt. I'll make sure it doesn't happen again.
Probably PS4, Smooth. I think it was PS4. Because the new one coming out is going to be PS5. Yeah. Can we talk?
Do you have a few minutes to talk? One-on-one?
I'm sorry, Commander. I need to get my duty squared away. I wouldn't mind talking more later, though.
No?
Dismissed, Chief.
Ma'am?
Wait, why is she being so nice now? That's weird. She's weird, Jet. Now she's being nice.
Thanks for bringing me on board, Commander.
Of
I knew
course.
working with the Spectre would be better than life at CSEC.
Have you worked with the Spectre before?
Well, no, but I know what they're like. Spectres make their own rules. You're free to handle things your way. At
True.
CSEC, you're buried by rules. The damn bureaucrats are always on your back.
Hey, I like that. I just said true, and then there's a true answer. This is perfect. It's like the game knows.
Being a Spectre does have its advantages.
Wait, I wanted her to
Exactly
actually
my
say
point.
true.
If I'm trying to take down a suspect, it shouldn't matter how I do it, as long as I do it.
But CSEC wants it done their way. Protocol and procedure come first. That's why I left.
It's alright, Garrus. We're about to go wild.
So you just quit because you didn't like the way they do things?
There's more to it than that. It didn't start out bad, but as I rose in ranks, I got saddled with more and more red tape. C-Sec's handling of Saren was typical. I just couldn't take it anymore. I hate leaving.
Forget about it now.
You did the right thing. Life's too short to sit around waiting for things to happen.
Yeah, you're probably right. Either way, I plan to make the most of this.
And without C-Sec headquarters looking over my shoulder, well, maybe I can get the job done my way for a change.
Sounds good to me.
As long as you do your job well, you're free to go about your business as you see fit.
Thank you, Commander.
I won't be the one to put shackles on you, Garrus. Nope, nope. Yeah, that was the one I played. Yeah. Last Hope. Yep. Yeah, that one was really, really good. Wow, the remaster on Steam is still like $80. Bruh. I know they released it on PC and stuff. Wow.
Hey, Commander. Looking for some extra supplies before you head out?
What you got?
What have you got?
Whatever you want. Armor, weapons, mods. It's not standard Alliance issue, but that's not necessarily a bad thing.
True.
Well, as long as you don't mind paying for it.
Why should I pay you for my weapons and armor?
Also true.
My stuff doesn't come from the Alliance. I have to purchase it myself, and it's not cheap.
This man has
Hell,
a
the
side
licenses
hustle.
alone have set me back more than I'd like. But no licenses, no goods. Without the goods, I'm out of a job.
He's just doing a side hustle on the Alliance ship, you know?
What are licenses? Why do you need them?
Manufacturers sell licenses. Each license allows me to buy and sell a certain brand of products. I already have several basic ones, but you'll need to buy more if you want me to bring in different brands. Many of the best licenses are hard to get, but they're well worth the cost if you can find them.
Manufacturers?
What do the different manufacturers offer?
There are too many for me to keep track of, but each license will explain what it's good for.
Oh, those are the licenses that I bought, right, Artie?
How often will you get new items?
Well, that depends. At any time. Check back often. I need to move items quickly, so only the most basic items will be stocked consistently.
Let's see what you got.
You bet, Commander.
I mean, I can't afford anything right now. I'm too broke. Alright? Alright, I need more side hustles. Maybe she should start streaming. Heck W. Okay. Ooh, oh right, I forgot about this room. Are the two here? Wait, was that Mass Effect 3? Was that 3 with the two engineers here? Maybe it was.
Hey, Commander, you know that Quarian, Tally? She's been spending all her time down here asking me about our engines.
I'll tell her to leave you alone.
What? No, she's amazing. I wish my guys were half as smart as she is. Give her a month on board and she'll know more about our engines than I do. She's got a real knack for technology, that one. I can see why you wanted her to come along.
Wow, I didn't. That's so rude. Stealth.
Fill me in on the IES stealth system. How does it work exactly?
It makes you
You
stealthy.
can't hide a ship out in space. They emit too much heat and radiation. Too easy for sensors to pick them up, unless you find a way to capture those emissions. So our stealth systems trap the energy we give off in storage sinks built into the ship itself. No emissions to give away our location. Eventually the sinks have to be vented. More than a few hours silent running and they overheat. Cook us inside our own hull.
Oh, so that doesn't sound too good. Yeah. I don't want to be cooked.
There's no way for anyone to detect us?
A visual scan can still pick us up. Anyone looking out a window can see us plain as day. But you have to be pretty close to get an actual visual out in space. Most vessels rely on scanners. As long as the stealth systems are engaged, they can't see us. Not unless we accelerate to FTL speeds.
Why doesn't it work with faster-than-light travel?
Cranking up the FTL blue shifts our emissions, pushes them into frequencies too high to capture in the sinks.
Taking notes?
As soon as we make the jump, it's like setting off a flare.
Makes sense.
Sensors can pick up our location whenever we enter or exit FTL flight, but for short-range missions, our stealth systems are amazing, and we've got the only one.
Nice. Normandy.
I want to know more about the Normandy.
She's the best ship I've ever served on, probably the fastest vessel ever designed, and she's the only one using the new Tantalus drive core.
What's so special about the Tantalus drive core?
It's
Proportionally,
tantalizing.
it's about twice the size of any other vessel. Not only are we faster, but we can run at FTL speeds longer before we have to discharge the core.
Where else have you served, Adams?
If you name a class of Alliance ship, I've probably served on it. Everything from dreadnoughts and carriers right down to frigates like the Normandy. My last assignment was on the Tokyo, only a cruiser, but she was a good ship. Couldn't hold a candle to the Normandy, though.
Carry on, Adams.
He's
Aye,
a
aye,
ship
Commander.
nerd. He loves his ships. Hello, Tally.
Your ship's amazing, Shepard. I've never seen a drive core like this before. I can't believe you were able to fit it into a ship this small. I'm starting to understand why you humans have been so successful. I had no idea Alliance vessels were so advanced.
This ship is special.
The Normandy's a prototype, cutting-edge technology.
A month ago, I was patching a makeshift fuel line into a converted tug ship in the flotilla. Now, I'm sitting on board one of the most advanced vessels in Citadel space. I have to thank you again for bringing me along. Traveling on a vessel like this is a dream come true for me.
She is also a ship nerd.
I had no idea you found ship technology so interesting.
It comes with being a Quarian.
See how
The
low her
migrant
voice is
fleet
now?
is the key to the survival of my people. Ships are our most valuable resource. But we don't have anything like this. We make do with cast-offs and second-hand equipment. We just try to keep them running for as long as we can. Some of the fleet's larger vessels date all the way back to our original flight from the Geth.
Yeah, that was a while ago.
I can't believe your fleet's still using ships that are 3 centuries old.
They're constantly being repaired, modified, and refitted. They aren't pretty, but they work. Mostly.
Mostly.
We've tried to make ourselves as independent as possible on the flotilla, grow our own food, mine, and process our own fuel. But some things we just can't make on our own. A patch to maintain the hull integrity requires raw materials we just don't have. That's why our pilgrimages are so important.
I want to know more about the pilgrimage.
When my people reach maturity, we leave our birth ships and seek acceptance with a new crew. It's necessary to maintain genetic diversity among the fleet.
True. That'd be a lot
But
of
no
inbreeding.
ship wants to accept someone who will be a burden on them. So, to prove our worth, we embark on a pilgrimage. We set out alone, leaving the flotilla and our families behind us. We only return once we have found something of value we can bring back to the fleet. This is presented as a gift to the captain of the respective ship we wish to join. If the gift is accepted, we are welcomed into the crew.
Do they always?
Can a captain choose to reject the gift?
That doesn't happen often. Most captains are eager to increase the size of their crew. It increases their own standing in our society. Even when a gift is not particularly valuable, the captain usually accepts it out of a sense of tradition. However, there is a stigma to presenting a substandard gift. It's not the best way to make a good impression on a new community. Most pilgrims don't return until they find something worthwhile.
I can't believe they just send you off alone.
It's not like they just cast us out. Before we leave, we are given lessons in how to survive outside the flotilla, and given gifts to help us on our journey.
Money?
We also receive implants to fight off sickness and disease. Generations of living in an isolated and highly controlled environment have left our immune systems weaker than most.
True.
By the time we leave the fleet, we are well equipped for the pilgrimage. This is a rite of passage for all Quarians. If it were dangerous, our numbers would suffer. Virtually every pilgrimage ends with a triumphant return and the ritual presentation of the gift to one of the fleet's captains.
I want to talk about something else.
Like what?
The Geth.
I want to know more about the Geth.
I doubt I can tell you anything you don't already know. It's been almost 3 centuries since they drove my people into exile. All I know is the story of their origins. What they were when we created them, and how they turned on us.
Interesting.
The Geth were originally created to serve as an automated manual labor force. Initially, their intelligence was as limited as any VI. Over time, we made small modifications to their programming to allow them to perform more varied and complex tasks, bringing them closer and closer to true AI status.
And that was a mistake, but we're gonna go with illegal.
How come the council didn't step in and stop you?
This wasn't true AI research. We may have been skirting the bounds of the law, but we never did anything that was actually illegal. The changes were so insignificant, so gradual, that we were able to control them. Or so we thought. But one thing we underestimated was the power of the neural network. 1 million Geth thinking simultaneously created an inherently unstable matrix.
The Borg.
So the Geth share brain power?
Brain power.
Many of the Geth's logic systems were designed to work in concert with other nearby Geth. Basically, the more of them you have in the group, the smarter they are.
Yeah, that's a problem. Like a hive
So
mind.
there's some sort of group consciousness.
No, nothing like that. They cannot share sensory data or information.
right.
Their programming cannot handle that much simultaneous input. Each Geth maintains an
That's what you
individual
think.
awareness and identity. The neural network only operates on a process-based level. It's basically the synthetic equivalent of a subconscious. But when they're in close proximity, they can coordinate low-level functional processes, freeing up more capacity for original or independent thought.
I'm just gonna be like, I don't get it.
That doesn't make any sense.
I'm probably oversimplifying. The Geth are incredibly advanced and complex creations. All you need to know is that they get smarter when they gather in large numbers. As we built more and more Geth, their effective intelligence became more sophisticated, more abstract. One day, a Geth began to ask its Quarian overseer questions about the nature of its existence.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Am I alive? Why am I here? What is my purpose? As you can imagine, this caused a near panic among my people.
Yep.
I don't see what's so bad about those questions.
The Geth were created to engage in mundane, repetitive, or dangerous manual labor. That's fine for machines, but it won't satisfy a sentient being for long. The Geth were showing signs of rudimentary self-awareness and independent thought. If the Geth were intelligent, then we were essentially using them as slaves.
True.
It was inevitable the newly sentient Geth would rebel against their situation. We knew they would rise up against us, so we acted first. A general order went out across all Quarian-controlled systems to permanently deactivate all Geth. The Geth responded to this order violently.
Well, I mean, I guess that proves their point.
You didn't really think they'd just let you destroy them without a fight, did you?
The hope was that most of the Geth would still be little more than machines, incapable of organized resistance. But they had progressed much further than anyone anticipated. The war was long and bloody. Millions upon millions of Quarians died at their hands. In the end, we were forced to flee our own homeworld.
Yeah, that sucks.
We feared the Geth would pursue us, but they never came beyond the Veil. Now we drift through space, exile, searching for a way to reclaim what was once ours.
Serves you right. They defended themselves. Investigate. Well, this one's a tricky one. Hello, Gata. Hello, hello. Good evening. How are you doing?
It's hard to feel sorry for you. Your ancestors tried to wipe out another species.
We made a mistake when we created the Geth in the first place. But we did not make a mistake when we went to war against them. If we had not acted, they would have wiped us out. They're a synthetic life form. They have no use for organics. None. Why do you think they cut themselves off from the rest of the galaxy? Why do you think they've killed every organic being who's ever tried to contact them?
Not everyone.
They didn't kill Saren.
What does that tell you? The Geth are not innocent victims in all this. They're the enemy. They want to destroy us. Not just the Quarians. All organic life. That's why they've joined up with Saren. And that's why we have to stop him.
Evening yourself. It's 3 a.m. here. Oh, it's early. It's fine. It's fine. The night is still young, Kata. Yeah, that's a little late. Have you heard of people... Wait, what? Wait, what, Da Vinci's? Wait. What? Oh god. Is this the new stupid people test? Please. No. Can we go 1 year without people trying to kill themselves? With, like, Tide Pods, or, like, you know, drinking water challenge, or dousing chicken and cooking it in NyQuil. Like, what is going on? This sounds... No, it doesn't, Smooth. No. FDA actually put out a warning for it? Oh my god.
Tell me about your people.
Our lives aren't easy. Resources are scarce, and we are constantly on the move. Everything we do must in some way contribute to the continuation of the migrant fleet. There are 17 million Quarians in the flotilla, and each of us relies on the others for survival. The bonds among my people are strong. Unfortunately, we have had to surrender many of the freedoms and civil liberties other species take for granted.
Like?
What kind of freedoms?
Well, it's illegal for parents to have more than one child. If our population grows too much, it would strain our resources to their breaking point. Of course, we also can't allow our numbers to become too few. If our population is in decline, the rule against single births is temporarily repealed. In extreme cases of population decline, incentives are even offered to encourage multiple births.
Have more babies.
Though the Conclave hasn't had to take such measures in nearly a century.
Make more babies. It's China. Exactly, Driz. That was my first thought.
That's your government.
The Conclave is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole. On matters that affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
You're gonna pull a 100 and keep the second kid under the floor? Yeah. Well, it's kind of the same thing, isn't it? Yeah. You're democratic.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction.
Well, that makes sense.
The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts. It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Alright, I think that's it for her.
I should go.
See you later.